And I'm always in my car listening to my guru, Paramhansa Yogananda, on a CD of his, of music, and him doing a poem. And this one poem just resonated with me. It's called The Hound of Heaven. And I'd like to share with you this poem. It's a very sort of interesting poem. It's in Old English, and it's composed by Francis Thompson at the turn of the 19th century, and there's a lot of archaic terms that are used, but essentially what you need to understand is the hound, or the dog of heaven, is the Christ consciousness. And that Christ consciousness dwells in every human being, regardless of what religion they follow. And that Christ consciousness is seeking to awaken us to our own divinity. And you're like the little rabbit, the hare, that is trying to escape the hound.
You just want to get caught.
And so, and then at the very end, the hare wakes up and, okay, you're trying to catch me to bring me to my true self. And it's a very interesting poem that I'd like to share with you with the accent of Yogananda's Bengali accent. I fled him down the nights and down the days. I fled him down the arches of the years. I fled him down the labyrinthine ways of my mind, and in the midst of tears, I hid from him, and under running laughter, up-fisted hopes I sped, and shots precipitated, and untitanic glooms and chasms fears, from those strong feet that followed and followed after, but with unhurrying chase and unperturbed pace, deliberate speed, majestic instancies. The beat and the voice beat, more instant than defeat. All things betray thee who betrayest me. I pleaded outlaw-wise, by many a hearted casement carted red, trussed with intertwining charities. But though I knew his love that followed, yet was I sore adread, lest having him I must have naught beside. But if one little casement parted wise, august of his approach did clot it true, fear must not prevail, as love is to pursue. Across the margent of the world I fled, troubled the gold gateways of the stars, smiting for shelter under planet bars, fretted to dulcet jars and children chatter the pale ports of the moon. I said to dawn, be sudden, to eve, be soon. With thy young sky blossoms heat me over from this tremendous lover. Float thy vague veil about me, lest you see I tempted all her servitors, but to find my own betrayal in their constancies, in faith to him, their fickleness to me, their traitous trueness and their loyal deceit. To all swift things for swiftness did I sue, clung to the whistling mane of every wind, but whether they swept smoothly fleet the long savannas of the blue, or whether thunder-driven they clang his chariot toward heaven, flashing flying lightning round spurs o'er their feet, fear must not prevail, his love is to pursue. Still with unhurrying chase and unperturbed pace, deliberate speed, majestic instancies, came on the following feet, and a voice about their beat, not shelter thee, who wilt not shelter me. Now of that long pursuit comes on hand the brute, that voice is around me like a bursting sea. And if thy erst or marred chariot trod untrod, lo, all things fly thee, that while thou fliest me. Strange, piteous, futile things, wherefore should any set thee love apart? Seeing none but I makes much of naught, and human love needs human meriting. Oh, how hast thou merited of all men's cloddiest clay and dingiest thoughts? Alack, thou knowest not how little worthy of many if thy love thou art. Whom wilt thou find to love ignoble thee? Save me, save only me. Of all which I took from thee I did but take, not for thy harms, but just thou mightest seek it in my arms. All which thy child's mistakes, fancies as lost, I have stowed for thee at home. Rise, clasp my hand and come. Halt by me that footfall in my gloom after all, shade of his hand outstretched caressingly. Ah, fondest, blindest, weakest, I am he whom thou seekest. Thou dravest love from thee, who dravest me.
Yeah.